I want to get to the legislation that you co-sponsored that was introduced last week. You were part of this bipartisan group, 3 Republicans, 3 Democrats. This bill is partly a response to the 2 failed Senate bills. It sort of is a pared down version of one of those, pairing changes to border policy with billions in funding for Ukraine and other U.S. partners. Do you have any indication that Speaker Johnson would give this bill a shot on the House floor? What's your plan if he doesn't?
Well, look, I think there is broad consensus among members of Congress in both parties about the need to support our allies. No more so than after this weekend when Alexei Navalny was murdered by Vladimir Putin and the Russian government. And so from my vantage point, when you look at the crisis before us, we are in the most precarious place since World War II. China, Russia, and Iran are not our friends. They are not our allies. And they have sought to undermine and destabilize the free world, the United States, and our allies. And it is incumbent upon us as the leader of the free world to support our allies in this moment. It's why, along with Brian Fitzpatrick, Don Bacon, Jared Golden, Ed Case, we introduced this bill to ensure that not only do our allies have the military support that they need and the lethal aid that they need, but that we are addressing the crisis on our southern border. The Defending Borders, Defending Democracies Act should get an up or down vote, and I hope that Speaker Johnson will bring it to the floor. We are in conversation with leadership about this bill. We need to act. And I think, the time for partisanship, the time for politics has ended. When you look at the crisis that we're facing, there's plenty of blame that can go around. And, the White House, frankly, should not be pointing many fingers, at anyone. The failure to secure our border squares solely on their shoulders. And I think they need to take responsibility for that. When you talk about Ukraine, many of my colleagues have asked serious, substantive questions of the administration for months that have not been answered, which has been part of the delay in actually getting aid and support to Ukraine. So there's plenty of finger pointing that can occur here, but we need to act. And that is why I introduced this bill along with my colleagues.